I still love those.
Okay. Right here. Now, urinary bladder, look over here. Remember, these are the structures that were formed when?
At birth.
When you were born. What were they? Umbilical arteries. Went on either side. We cut it off. So over here, we have, what do we have in front of the bladder like this? Urethra. So now we're going to find, where else do we find the urethra? Well, at the tip of the penis.
Oh, she's gonna cut it, isn't she? Oh, good idea for her to work on this today.
Yeah. Oh. Kind of happy now.
And this penis is in the right orientation. All of the others have been in the wrong orientation. This one's correct.
Alright, if we
go on the center, what do we want?
Urethra.
Urethra. Down the center, urethra.
Hey.
So remember, always willing and able. Not human males, right?
Yeah.
They wait till marriage.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Look at Taylor's laughing.
What are you laughing at? Remember, this hooks to the pubic symphysis of the female.
Now let them go.
To make sure that ejaculation takes place and ensure ejaculation. Be careful as you're cutting, you don't cut them out. We have the testicles. There's one here, so you guys can work on the other one.
Oh, really?
Lauren.
No.
Lauren. Not it.
If I pin, you have to peel the capsule back. If I pin the whole thing, I want you to name testicle. If I pin on the edge, you can't very well see it, you're going to have to kind of cut it.
Oh, it hurts.
You guys are fools.
I know, but it's still a thought.
There's an area that looks like a lip over it on the side. Do you see it? If I split it, it looks like something growing out of it. If I pin it, you see it? It's called the epididymis.
I'm going to cry.
If they're not released, they're going to gather all along. And this business of, oh, you know, I'm in pain or whatever, I have to do things that I shouldn't be doing, like procreating, like sexual intercourse, okay? What's going to happen, and that lovely terminology that you guys use to lie to the girls?
Blue balls.
Blue testicles. Say it properly. It's a lot of baloney, okay? Because ultimately, the sperm, that's right, they don't. The only way that they would turn blue is if somebody grabbed them and closed them. Let me go. We have seminiferous tubules. That's where the sperm is produced. And just by the sheer amount, they get pushed because they don't have a tail yet. And they get pushed. Think of I Love Lucy and the Bonbons. They get pushed to the epididymis. And as more are produced, they get pushed up to the spermatic cord. Now, the spermatic cord is the whole thing. It's on the list. Spermatic cord is the whole thing. Do you see it?
Yeah.
But if I peel the capsule,
that's a capsule too? Is that a fascia?
it's part of the capsule with fascia.
What?
Look at me. You see, you're using the right terminology. It used to miss. It's coming out. It keeps going down. And it ties in. Do you see the difference in coloration? It ties in to the vas deferens. The vas deferens. Do you see the vas deferens?
No.
The tube. It came from the epididymis and joins into the vas deferens. The vas deferens goes on into the body and goes above the bladder through the prostate gland to the penis. It's what it's going to bring about when ejaculation takes place to come out that way. Because ultimately, regardless of how packed the line is, after X amount of days, they die. The body reabsorbs them and nothing happens. So, girls,
really hurts. Nothing. Just go.
Okay, so that's it.
Oh, wait.
Next to vena cava.
Inferior.
Right, next to inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava, right there. Then, common iliac arteries and veins.
Oh,
Remember common iliacs? This Mink might not be too bad for this. Common iliacs, where do they go?
into like the legs.
Into the legs, correct. The vein. It goes like this. Look at me. It looks like this, where it makes a V. Remember, it bifurcates from it. There's the vein. There's another vein on this side. Above it is a smaller artery. Do you see it? That's the common iliac artery. So you have the common iliac vein and the common iliac artery. It's hard.
The other side, I think the other side.
That's the auditory menalis. Yeah, that's good.
And the
Masseter, cheek muscle.
Aw, it's all cute.